Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the place where you live English, not just study it. Today's lesson is special. You will not read grammar or memorize rules. You will speak real questions, real answers, real life. I will ask you simple questions, give examples, and then it will be your turn to speak out loud. You do not need to be perfect, you just need to try. Fluency begins when you stop waiting and start speaking. Mistakes are not the problem, silence is. So today, let your voice be free. Speak with confidence, even if your sentences are simple. Every word you say is a small victory. Take a deep breath. Relax. You are here to grow. Together, we will make English feel natural, easy, and alive. This is Real English Questions and Answers Practice. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The first thing you do after you wake up. Every morning is a small beginning. When you open your eyes, the world feels new again. You may hear a sound outside, maybe birds, maybe cars, maybe the soft hum of your alarm. In that moment, before you even speak, your mind starts to move in English today. So, let's start there. What is the first thing you do after you wake up? Say it in your heart. Feel the words forming. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about being right. This is your time to speak freely and enjoy the sound of your own voice. Maybe your answer is simple. You can say, I check my phone. Or you can make it a little longer. I check my phone and turn off the alarm. That's good. Now try to stretch it a little more. When I wake up, the first thing I do is reach for my phone. I turn off my alarm and look at my messages. I don't always reply, but I like to see what's new. See how your sentence becomes more alive when you add small details? You are not only saying words, you are telling a small story from your life. That is how real English grows, not from rules, but from your real feelings and moments. Now your turn. Imagine I am sitting in front of you smiling, waiting for your answer. Say it out loud. You can even pause the video if you need more time. Tell me, what is the first thing you do after you wake up? Speak slowly, one word at a time. Feel how your mouth shapes the words. Feel proud that you are speaking in another language. This is your practice, and no one can take it away from you. Maybe you said, I brush my teeth right away. Maybe you said, I open the window and stretch. Maybe you said, I stay in bed for 5 minutes and think about my day. Every answer is perfect because it is yours. You are not trying to copy someone else. You are creating your own English, the English that belongs to your life. Now let's add more heart to your answer. Think about why you do that thing first. Say, I brush my teeth because I like to feel fresh. Or, I open the window because I love the morning air. Or, I stay in bed because I want a few quiet minutes before the day starts. These small reasons turn your sentences into meaning. They connect your emotions with your English. That is where fluency begins, when your thoughts and your words start to live together. When you do this every day, something amazing happens. Your brain begins to think in English. You stop translating, you just speak. At first, it feels strange, but day by day, you will notice that your words come faster and your ideas flow naturally. That's because you are training your mind through real use, not memorizing from a book. You are learning the way children learn by living it. So take a deep breath and say it again, this time with confidence. The first thing I do after I wake up is bud and finish the sentence in your own way. Speak with energy, speak with belief. You are not just repeating, you are expressing. Every sentence you say builds a new path in your mind. Every sound you make in English is a small victory. You did it. You spoke real English. This is not a dream. This is practice that works. You spoke, you felt, you grew. And when you do this every morning, you don't just practice English, you build a new version of yourself. confident, clear, and ready to express your thoughts to the world. That is the power of speaking real English. Chapter 2. What do you hear right now? Take a moment and listen. Really listen. What do you hear right now? Maybe it is the sound of birds outside your window. Maybe a car passing by. Maybe the quiet hum of your fan. Or maybe you hear your own breathing. Every sound is part of your world. When you listen in English, you are not just hearing sounds. You are training your brain to describe life in another language. That is the secret of thinking in English. So, let us begin. What do you hear right now? Say it slowly with me. What do you hear right now? Feel each word, let it move through your mouth softly and naturally. Here is my short answer. I hear birds, simple and beautiful. I hear birds. Now let's make it a little longer. I hear birds outside. It is peaceful and quiet. Do you feel how that sounds like real life? You can almost see the scene in your mind. Now make it even more natural. Right now, I hear some birds near my window. It is a soft sound. I also hear a car passing on the road. It is a calm morning and everything feels slow. These are not just sentences, they are living pictures. When you describe what you hear, you are not memorizing English. You are using it to connect with the world around you. Now your turn. Close your eyes for a few seconds and listen carefully. What do you hear? Speak it out loud. Maybe you hear children playing. Maybe you hear people talking downstairs. Maybe you hear music from another room. Say it in English. It does not have to be perfect. What matters is that you are saying it. Every word you speak is a small success. Speak with honesty. Speak with calm confidence. I will give you time. You can pause and think. Now, let's make it a little deeper. Describe the sound. Is it loud or soft? Is it fast or slow? Do you like it or not? When you answer like this, your brain learns to expand your ideas. You can say, I hear traffic outside. It is a little noisy, but I do not mind. Or you can say, I hear rain falling. It sounds gentle and makes me feel relaxed. Or maybe, I hear my family talking and laughing. It makes me happy. See how your emotions bring your English to life? That is how you learn to sound natural and confident. When you practice like this every day, your listening improves, your speaking improves, and your confidence grows. You start to notice that English is not just a subject anymore. It becomes part of how you see the world. Every sound becomes a story. Every sound becomes a reason to speak. Let's do it again one more time. Take a breath. Look around you. Listen carefully and describe it in English. Say, I hear, and finish the sentence with what you truly hear. Maybe it is quiet. Maybe it is busy. It does not matter. What matters is that you are using your voice. Your voice has power. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. You are training your ears and your mouth at the same time, just like athletes train their bodies. You are not only learning English, you are learning how to live through English. That is what makes you different from others who just read and never speak. You are brave enough to speak out loud. You are brave enough to sound imperfect because you know that every small step is progress. Keep listening, keep describing, keep feeling, because real English begins when you connect words with your real world. The sound you hear right now is not just a noise. It is a chance to grow, to learn, and to become fluent one word at a time. Chapter 3. What time do you usually go to bed? Every day has a beginning and an ending. The morning wakes you up, but the night teaches you to rest. When the world gets quiet and the lights turn low, that is when you prepare your mind and body for sleep. Today's question is very simple, but very real. What time do you usually go to bed? Say it softly with me. What time do you usually go to bed? This is not just a question about time. It is a way to talk about your daily life in English, to describe your habits, and to express who you are through small routines. Let me give you an example. My short answer is simple. I go to bed at 11. Easy, right? Now let's add more. I usually go to bed around 11 at night. Sometimes I sleep earlier, sometimes later. See how that already feels more natural? Now we can grow that answer. I usually go to bed at 11. I try to sleep early because I wake up at 7 in the morning. But sometimes I stay up late if I am not tired. It depends on the day. That is a real answer from a real life. And when you say it in English, you are not only practicing vocabulary, you are practicing your rhythm, your thoughts, and your story. Now it is your turn. Take a moment and think. What time do you usually go to bed? Say it out loud. Do not just think the answer. Speak it. Your brain needs to hear your own voice. Maybe you say, I go to bed at 10. Maybe you say, I go to bed very late, around 1 in the morning. Maybe you say, I sleep early because I wake up early. Every answer is true and beautiful because it comes from your real life. You are speaking about yourself, and that is what makes learning meaningful. Now let's make it longer. Add one more sentence about how you feel before bed, or what you do before you sleep. You could say, I go to bed at 10 and read a few pages of a book. Or you could say, I go to bed late because I like to watch videos. Or, I go to bed at midnight after I finish my homework. You see, now your answer has life. It has action, emotion, and connection. You are not only speaking English, you are living English. Think of how beautiful this is. Every night before bed, you can describe your day in English. You can talk to yourself softly. You can say, today was a good day. I learned something new. I feel grateful. I will sleep now and wake up stronger. This simple act connects your mind to English before sleep, and your brain remembers it better. You are turning your bedtime into a learning time. How powerful is that? Let us say it together one more time. What time do you usually go to bed? Answer slowly. Feel the calm in your voice. You can pause if you need to. There is no rush. Fluency does not come from speed, it comes from comfort. Every time you speak slowly and clearly, you teach your tongue and your mind to work together. That is how confidence begins. Now smile, because you are doing something wonderful. You are learning English from your real life, from your small habits. When you talk about what time you go to bed, you are not repeating a textbook. You are telling your story in another language. That is real progress. So tonight, when you lie down, remember this practice. Speak a few words in English before you sleep. Let your last thoughts of the day be in English. And when you wake up tomorrow, you will be one step closer to fluency. Chapter 4. What do you always carry with you? Think for a moment about your day. Every time you leave your home, there are small things you carry with you. These things are part of your daily life. They make you feel ready. They make you feel safe. So let us talk about that today. What do you always carry with you? Say it slowly with me. What do you always carry with you? When you answer this question, you are not only talking about objects, you are talking about habits, needs, and small pieces of your identity. Let's begin with a short answer. I always carry my phone. Simple and true. Most people do. Now we can grow this answer. I always carry my phone, keys, and wallet. I need them every day. That already sounds more complete. And now, let's make it more natural, more alive. I never leave home without my phone, my wallet, and my house keys. They are always in my bag. Sometimes I also carry a notebook or headphones, especially if I will be out for a long time. That is how we take a short answer and make it real. It becomes a small story about your life. Now it is your turn. What do you always carry with you? Think for a second. Maybe you always carry a water bottle. Maybe you carry a book, your ID card, or some headphones. Maybe you carry a photo or something that makes you feel confident. Speak it out loud. Do not worry about being perfect. Just say it as it comes to your mind. Every word you speak builds your fluency. Every time you use English to talk about yourself, you make the language yours. Let us add one more sentence. Tell why you carry it. Say, I always carry water because I like to stay healthy. Or, I always carry my headphones because I love listening to music. Or maybe, I always carry my book because I like reading when I have free time. When you add reasons, your sentences become more meaningful. You are not just naming things, you are explaining your life in English. That is what makes speaking interesting and real. Now let us go deeper. Think about how these small things represent you. For example, if you always carry a notebook, maybe you love to write ideas or draw. If you always carry your phone, maybe it helps you stay connected to your friends or family. When you start thinking like this, your English becomes emotional. It connects with who you are. Repeat your answer again, but this time speak with more feeling. Pretend you are talking to a friend who really wants to know about you. Say your answer with warmth and confidence. When you speak like that, you train your brain to feel natural in English. You stop thinking about rules and you start expressing yourself. That is the real goal. Now imagine this. Every object you carry tells a small story about you. When you describe it in English, you are sharing a part of yourself with the world. That is powerful. You are not only practicing a language, you are learning to communicate your personality, your habits, your emotions. That is what real English is. It is not just words, it is you speaking about your life. So, let's practice again. Ask yourself one more time, what do I always carry with me? Answer with love. Maybe it changes tomorrow, and that's fine. Because every time you speak, you discover something new about yourself. You are building both your English and your confidence one sentence at a time. And remember, every small answer you give in English is proof that you are growing. It does not matter how simple the words are. What matters is that you speak them. The more you speak, the more you believe in yourself. So, keep your phone, your keys, and your English practice with you wherever you go. Because one day, you will realize that your most powerful tool is not what's in your pocket, it's your voice. Chapter 5. What are you learning right now? Every day you learn something new, even if you do not notice it. It might be a skill, a word, a feeling, or a lesson from life. Learning never stops. It keeps your mind alive and your heart growing. So today's question is simple but beautiful. What are you learning right now? Say it slowly with me. What are you learning right now? These words are not only about school or books, they are about everything that helps you grow and become better than you were yesterday. Let me start with a short answer. I am learning English. Simple, honest, and true. Now let us make it a little longer. I am learning English because I want to speak with confidence. I study a little every day. It sounds more real already, doesn't it? Now let us make it even more natural. I am learning English right now. I take online lessons 3 times a week. I also listen to podcasts and watch videos in English every day. It is not easy, but I enjoy it. I want to travel one day and speak freely with people from other countries. You see, when you add small details, your answer becomes a story. It becomes a reflection of your life. Now it is your turn. What are you learning right now? Think deeply for a moment. Maybe you are learning how to cook. Maybe you are learning how to drive. Maybe you are learning to stay calm, to be patient, or to speak kindly. It does not matter what it is. What matters is that you speak about it in English. So, say it out loud. I am learning, and finish the sentence. Speak slowly. Let the words come naturally. Remember, you do not need perfect grammar to express your heart. You just need courage to speak. Now let us add one more idea. Why are you learning it? When you tell the reason, your answer becomes more emotional. You could say, I am learning guitar because I love music. You could say, I am learning photography because I like to capture beautiful moments. You could say, I am learning English because I want to make new friends. Every reason adds power to your answer. It connects your mind with your emotions. That connection makes your words unforgettable. When you learn something, your brain changes. It becomes stronger, faster, and more creative. But when you learn in English, it grows in two ways at the same time. You learn the skill, and you learn how to describe it. That is double growth. Every time you talk about what you are learning, you build fluency and self-belief. You remind yourself that you are improving. You are not stuck. You are moving forward step by step. Say your answer again now, but longer and more natural. Add what you do to learn it. Maybe you can say, I am learning English. I watch short videos every morning. I repeat the sentences and speak out loud. Or you can say, I am learning to cook. I try new recipes every weekend. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, but I keep trying. When you talk about your process, you sound like a real speaker. You sound alive in English. Learning is not only about results, it is about progress. It is about the journey. Every small mistake you make teaches you something valuable. So, if you are learning English, do not worry about mistakes. They are not your enemies, they are your teachers. The more you make, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you grow. So, once again, ask yourself, what am I learning right now? Say it proudly. Whatever it is, it means you are moving forward. Every time you speak about your learning in English, you are practicing two things at once: your skill and your language. That is real learning. That is real progress. Keep going, because the more you learn, the more you discover who you truly are. Chapter 6. What is something you never eat? Food is more than just something we taste. It is a memory, a feeling, a story that lives inside us. Every person has foods they love and foods they do not like. Some things make you smile when you eat them, while others you cannot even think about. So let us talk about that today. What is something you never eat? Say it slowly with me. What is something you never eat? This simple question helps you describe your choices, your feelings, and your life in English. Let me start with a short answer. I never eat mushrooms. That is it. Small, clear, and complete. Now we can make it a little longer. I never eat mushrooms because I do not like the taste. That already gives a reason, which makes your answer more interesting. Now let's make it sound more natural, like a real story. I never eat mushrooms. I have tried them many times, but I just do not like the flavor or the texture. They feel strange in my mouth, so I always avoid them. This is how real people speak in English. They tell what they do and why they do it. It is simple, honest, and natural. Now it is your turn. What is something you never eat? Think about your answer. Maybe you never eat spicy food. Maybe you do not eat meat. Maybe you never eat seafood because of an allergy. Whatever your answer is, say it out loud. You can even look around your kitchen or think about the last meal you had. Speak slowly and confidently. Remember, the goal is not to sound perfect, but to sound real. When you speak from your heart, your English becomes warm and true. Now, add a little more feeling to your answer. Tell what happens when you eat that food or how it makes you feel. You could say, I never eat spicy food because it burns my mouth. Or you could say, I never eat meat because I am vegetarian. Or maybe, I never eat eggs because the smell makes me feel sick. When you connect your emotions to your words, your sentences feel alive. This is how you train your brain to think naturally in English. Every time you explain a reason, you are not just giving information, you are building connection. You are learning to express yourself. That is what communication is about. Real English is not only about long words or grammar rules. It is about sharing your truth in a simple and clear way. When you talk about what you like and what you avoid, you are speaking from experience. That is the best kind of English. Now let us go deeper for a moment. Think about the foods you love and the foods you dislike. Each one tells something about you. Maybe your dislikes come from your culture, your childhood, or your health. When you describe them in English, you are not just practicing a language. You are telling a story about your life, your background, your feelings. That is what makes speaking powerful. English becomes more than words. it becomes your voice. So, one more time, ask yourself, what is something I never eat? Answer naturally. Say it with calm and pride. Maybe you never eat fast food because you like to cook at home. Maybe you never eat sweets because you want to stay healthy. Or maybe you never eat nothing unusual, and that is okay too. The point is to speak about your world. The more you describe, the more confident you become. Learning English through real questions like this is magical. It connects you with your daily life. It helps you see that English is not separate from you. It lives in every choice you make and every thought you have. When you say, I never eat mushrooms, you are not only using English, you are using your memories, your taste, your heart. That is what makes your English real and beautiful. Keep speaking, keep expressing, keep learning through the simple, honest things that make you, you. Chapter 7. What makes you happy? Happiness is one of the most beautiful feelings we can talk about. It is simple, warm, and different for everyone. Some people find happiness in small things, like a cup of tea in the morning. Others find it in music, in laughter, or in spending time with people they love. So today, I want you to think about this question deeply. What makes you happy? Say it slowly with me. What makes you happy? These 4 words can open your heart and help you speak English with emotion. Let us start with a short answer. Music makes me happy. It is simple and easy. Now we can make it longer. Listening to music makes me feel happy and calm. It gives me peace when I am tired or sad. That already sounds like a real sentence from your life. Now we can make it even more natural. Music always makes me happy. When I feel tired or lonely, I put on my headphones and listen to my favorite songs. It helps me relax, think positively, and feel strong again. This is not just English. It is emotion. It is your life spoken in another language. Now it is your turn. What makes you happy? Close your eyes for a moment and think about it. What are the things that make you smile without trying? Maybe it is spending time with your family. Maybe it is watching a funny movie. Maybe it is cooking for your friends or reading a good book. Whatever it is, say it out loud. I feel happy when I end up. And finish the sentence. Do not think too much. Speak naturally. The more you speak from your heart, the more fluent you become. Now, let us add a reason. Why does it make you happy? Try to say it in a full sentence. Spending time with my family makes me happy because I feel loved. Watching funny videos makes me happy because I forget my stress. Cooking for my friends makes me happy because I like to see them smile. Every answer is special because it shows who you are. You are not only practicing words, you are practicing feelings. That is how real communication begins. When you talk about happiness, something beautiful happens in your brain. It relaxes, it opens up, it helps you remember words faster and speak more clearly. Learning English through positive emotions makes it easier and more enjoyable. You are not fighting the language, you are flowing with it. Every time you speak about something you love, you are training your brain to connect joy with English. That is how learning becomes natural. Let us practice again. Ask yourself one more time, what makes me happy? This time, add more detail. Describe what you do, where you are, and how it feels. You could say, I feel happy when I walk in the park. I listen to the wind in the trees, and it makes me feel calm. Or, I feel happy when I watch the sunset. The colors make me feel peaceful. Or, I feel happy when I help someone. It gives me a warm feeling inside. You see, your answer becomes more powerful when you describe it with pictures and feelings. Remember, happiness does not have to be big. It can be found in simple things. A smile, a sound, a moment of peace. When you speak about happiness in English, you remind yourself that life is full of good things. You also remind yourself that you are strong, that you can express beauty in another language. So, smile right now. You are not just learning English. You are learning to speak your heart. You are learning to share your joy with the world. And the best part is, every time you do this, you make someone else smile too. So, what makes you happy? Keep that answer close to your heart and keep speaking it with love, because your voice has the power to make the world brighter. Chapter 8. What are you afraid of? Everyone feels fear. It is part of being human. Fear protects us, teaches us, and sometimes even helps us grow. But many times, we hide it. We pretend we are strong, even when something scares us inside. Today, I want you to face that feeling with me. Let us talk about it. What are you afraid of? Say it slowly. What are you afraid of? This question is powerful because when you speak about your fears, you take away their strength. And when you say it in English, you are not only improving your language, you are also learning to express your truth. Let me start with a short answer. I am afraid of heights. That is simple and clear. Now let us make it a little longer. I am afraid of heights. I do not like standing on tall buildings. It makes my legs feel weak. Now let us make it sound even more natural. I am afraid of heights. When I am in a high place, I feel nervous. My heart beats fast and I cannot look down. I feel better when my feet are back on the ground. That is a real answer, with real emotion, and that is exactly what makes your English powerful. Now it is your turn. What are you afraid of? Maybe you are afraid of spiders. Maybe you are afraid of speaking in public. Maybe you are afraid of losing someone or failing at something. Whatever it is, say it out loud. There is nothing wrong with fear. When you speak it, you begin to control it. Say your answer clearly. I am afraid of, and finish the sentence. Feel how your voice sounds stronger with every word. This is not just English practice. This is courage practice. Now let us go deeper. Add a reason. Tell me why you are afraid of it. You can say, I am afraid of spiders because they move too fast. Or you can say, I am afraid of flying because it makes me nervous. Or maybe you can say, I am afraid of speaking in English because I do not want to make mistakes. Be honest. When you speak honestly, your English becomes more beautiful. There is power in truth. There is freedom in saying what you really feel. When you talk about your fears in English, you are doing something very strong. You are teaching your brain to use the language even in emotional situations. That is how you build fluency with confidence. Because real fluency is not about perfect grammar, it is about expressing real thoughts, and fear is one of them. When you can talk about fear, you can talk about anything. Now take a breath. Think of your fear again. Picture it in your mind, then imagine yourself facing it. You can even say, I am afraid, but I will try. I am scared, but I will speak. These words are powerful. They build your confidence in both English and life. You become stronger every time you face fear and choose to keep going. Let us practice one more time. What are you afraid of? Say it again, but this time add one more sentence about how you deal with it. You could say, I am afraid of heights, but I try to stay calm. I am afraid of exams, but I study hard. I am afraid of talking to new people, but I still try because I want to learn. You see, now you are not just describing fear, you are describing courage. That is what makes you grow. Remember this. Fear does not mean weakness. It means you are human. It means you care. And when you speak about your fear in English, you are not only learning words, you are learning bravery. You are learning how to express the truth of your heart. That is something no grammar book can teach you. So today, be proud of yourself. You looked at your fear, you spoke it, and you grew stronger. That is real progress. Chapter 9. What do you want to do? This year, every year is a new beginning. It feels like an empty book, and you get to write the story. Maybe last year was full of lessons, mistakes, and small victories. But this year can be different. This year can be the one where you speak more English, grow more confident, and follow your dreams. So let us talk about this simple but powerful question. What do you want to do this year? Say it slowly with me. What do you want to do this year? When you answer it, speak with hope and excitement. The way you talk about your dreams gives them life. Let me begin with a short answer. I want to travel. That is short but strong. Now we can make it a little longer. I want to travel to a new country this year. That already feels more personal. Now, let us make it sound like a real conversation. This year, I want to travel somewhere new. I have been working hard and I need a break. I would love to visit Italy and see the ocean again. I want to enjoy good food, walk in new streets, and feel free. This is a dream spoken in simple English, but it feels real because it comes from the heart. Now it is your turn. What do you want to do this year? Think about your dream. Maybe you want to learn English fluently. Maybe you want to start a new job or save money. Maybe you want to study abroad or simply become a happier person. Whatever it is, say it out loud. I want to, and finish the sentence. Speak slowly and clearly. There is no wrong answer. Dreams are personal, and they belong to you. When you speak them, they start to take shape in your mind. Now, add one more sentence. Say why you want to do it. For example, I want to learn English because I want to connect with more people. Or, I want to start a new job because I want to support my family. Or, I want to travel because I love learning about new cultures. When you add a reason, your English becomes more powerful. You are not just talking, you are expressing your purpose. Every time you say your dream in English, your brain begins to believe it. That is why this practice is so important. When you talk about your goals in another language, you make them stronger. You train your mind to imagine them clearly, and imagination is the first step to action. Now say your answer again, but this time with more detail and emotion. Describe how it would feel to achieve it. You can say, I want to learn English and speak fluently. I imagine myself talking with confidence, meeting people from other countries, and understanding movies without subtitles. Or you can say, I want to save money and buy a car. I can see myself driving it, feeling proud because I worked hard for it. When you describe the dream with feeling, it becomes real. Remember that progress takes time, but every small step you take brings you closer. You do not have to do everything in one day. You just have to keep moving forward. Speak your dream every morning. Write it down. Say it in English again and again until it feels like a part of you. This year is your year. The year you believe in yourself more than ever before. The year you stop doubting and start doing. The year you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it. And every time you speak your dream in English, you make it one step closer to reality. So take a breath and say it once more. What do you want to do this year? Say it with belief, because the moment you speak it, the journey begins. Chapter 10. What do you like to do on rainy days? Rainy days are special. The world slows down. The air feels cool and fresh, and every sound becomes softer. Some people feel lazy when it rains. Others feel peaceful. Some want to sleep, some want to read, and some just like to sit near the window and watch the raindrops fall. Today we will talk about that feeling. What do you like to do on rainy days? Say it slowly. What do you like to do on rainy days? This question helps you use English to describe your emotions and small moments of comfort. Let me start with a short answer. I like to stay home. Simple, but it already paints a picture. Now let us make it a little longer. I like to stay home and drink tea when it rains. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Now let us make it sound more real. When it rains, I like to stay home. I sit near the window and watch the rain fall. I listen to the sound of the drops hitting the ground. Sometimes I drink tea or coffee and listen to calm music. It makes me feel safe and happy. That is a complete story, full of peace, written with simple English. Now it is your turn. What do you like to do on rainy days? Think for a second. Do you like walking in the rain or staying in bed and sleeping? Maybe you like to watch movies or cook something warm. Whatever you enjoy, say it out loud. Speak slowly and clearly. You can start by saying, I like to, and finish your sentence. Do not worry if it is short. Every word you speak is a small success. Every sentence you build gives your mind more confidence. Now let us make your answer a little deeper. Add a reason. Tell why you like it. You could say, I like sleeping when it rains because the sound helps me relax. Or, I like watching movies when it rains because it feels cozy. Or maybe, I like walking in the rain because it makes me feel free. When you tell the reason, your sentence becomes more interesting. You are not only talking about action, but emotion. That is how English becomes natural. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your favorite rainy day. You are sitting near the window, maybe holding a warm cup of tea. You can hear the soft sound of rain on the roof. The air smells fresh and clean. You feel calm, peaceful, and safe. Now describe that feeling in English. You can say, I like rainy days because they make me feel calm. Or, I like to read books when it rains because the world feels quiet. Feel how easy and beautiful that sounds. You are not just saying sentences, you are painting pictures with words. When you speak about moments like these, your English becomes emotional and personal. You are not memorizing rules, you are living the language. You are learning how to connect your feelings with your words. This is how true fluency begins. Say your answer again, but this time make it longer. Speak about what you do before the rain, during the rain, and after it. Maybe you say, I like to watch the rain and listen to soft music. Then, I make tea and write in my journal. After the rain stops, I go for a walk and breathe the fresh air. When you describe it step by step, you sound natural, just like a native speaker. Rainy days teach us to slow down. They remind us to enjoy quiet moments. They help us think, rest, and dream. And when you speak about them in English, you are doing something even more beautiful. You are learning to express peace in another language. So next time it rains, do not just listen. Speak. Describe what you see, what you feel, what you love about that moment. Speak softly, slowly, and clearly. Because even the sound of your voice on a rainy day is part of your learning journey. Every drop, every word, every thought becomes a step closer to the English speaker you are becoming. Well done, my friend. You spoke real English today. You listened, repeated, and used your own voice. Maybe your answers were short, maybe you paused a lot, but that's how learning works. Every time you speak, you get better. Every sentence you say builds your confidence. Remember, you don't need big words to speak English. You just need your real words and your real feelings. The more you use English, the more it becomes a part of you. Keep asking yourself these questions every day. Keep speaking, even when no one is watching. That is how fluency grows. Thank you for practicing with me today. You are doing amazing. If you enjoyed this lesson, tell me in the comments which question was your favorite.